It depends on what kind of classes they are. Yeah, if they're, like most of our classes can't be transferred.
Okay.
No, you gotta see what this thing
I can't because these don't, I checked.
he needs to make sure that he fills out.
I like that you found out these were really cute. I don't like it.
It's something from the study of just forum. Or sometimes they can fit university studies or whatever, but they have to get permission from all the people who are having, like, you can't say it's just different political science. No, only political science can say it. Only English can say it. It has to be done. So he's got
This summer? No,
I right, so that he's come back and have a surprise about.
Okay, I guess we can go ahead and get started. I don't know if I have met all of you. I'm Dr. Tyrrell. I'm the chair of our professional writing committee. Some of our other faculty members are here as well. Some of them might be your advisor, or they're folks that you'll see in your courses. If we could just really quickly just introduce ourselves. I guess we'll start with Kate and Adelina.
I'm Kate Madalena. And my voice is gone, so thanks for having me.
And Kate teaches a lot of science writing courses, and so if you're interested in that, you'll probably see her.
I'm Mario Vandre, and some of you are in my class, and some of you are my advisees.
Colleen Riley.
I'm Tony Atkins. Lance Cummings.
So we're some of the professional writing faculty. There's what, 10 of us, or
Yeah.
there's a handful of us. So in this group advising session, you will have a chance to get your pin and everything. You still have an individual advisor though, which if you don't know who that is, it'll be on your degree audit, or you can always just contact me and I can let you know. But you can schedule individual appointments with your advisor. Ultimately, we can give you counsel about what to take. Ultimately, it is your responsibility. You're the final arbiter of what you should take. But you do still have an individual advisor. We are still individually invested in your success and your completion of the program. Okay, so this is a little bit of a new format. We've only been doing this for a short while, these group advising sessions. One of the reasons why we did switch to that was so that if there were any shared issues, they could get addressed all at once rather than several times. It also keeps, it makes sure that the information is current and correct and up to date, right? So one thing to be aware of is right now we're still kind of straddling the line between two curricula. If your catalog year is before probably fall, this current semester, or maybe summer, there were little cusp cases. Catalog year is before probably fall, this current semester, or maybe summer. There were little cusp cases in there. You may be on the, the previous curriculum, probably most of us. If you're relatively new, you might be under the new curriculum. Right now, this is the web page on our on the English site, and right now this information is for the previous curriculum. It tells you what you need to take, and it has a worksheet as well. If you're on the new curriculum, again, that would be if you only joined in summer or fall. We also have a worksheet here as well. There are some differences. Always the final word in this is your degree audit, and that's handled by the registrar. We can advise you in your major, but and we can do some things with your major courses, but sort of the final authority in this is your degree audit and the registrar. So do be aware of that. Right now, the information on the website it may not be completely relevant to you because it might be for the different curricula. So do be aware of that. The degree audit is your guide, and I did send those PDF worksheets for both the major and the certificate. So let's go ahead and take a look at something else here on the page. I'm not sure everyone's aware of this. We do forecast out our course offerings basically on a 3-year rolling timetable. So you can see what we're committed to offering up until spring 2019. Actually, we now have the fall 2019 and spring 2020, but it hasn't been posted yet. But this is really useful so that you can take a look at your worksheet and just plan, okay, I'll take this here and this here. There is one mistake on this, but it's not until spring 2019, so don't worry, I'll fix it. Don't worry. By then, I will be able to fix it. So we'll get it. But you can look at this and plot sort of your way through here. This is essentially what we are super committed to offering. There may be a small chance that some things will change. I mean, there's only so many faculty members, and if, for example, someone goes on medical leave or is on a research reassignment or something like that, and that person is really invested in that course, there may be some small changes. We'll make sure we reflect that as early as possible. And what we try and do is if any changes happen, we try and make sure it fits the same category on your degree audit. So it may not be exactly the right course that you're interested in, but it should fulfill the same requirement. Yeah, so this is here. I did mention, we don't have to take a look at it now, but we do have this all the way until spring 2020, if you are thinking that far ahead, just talk to your advisor. Kudos and talk to your advisor. We do also, I hope you folks have access to this. Summer 2017, has anyone checked this? Yeah, okay. So you should be able to see this. A lot of folks have asked about what we're offering for the summer. You'll notice on that 3-year thing, we don't have summers. Summers are basically Thunderdome. We can't really articulate, exactly what's going to happen during the summer. It's based on a different, essentially they're funded a different way. So we can't say for certain what's going to happen. We do know, basically this far in advance. So we do have the summer courses here. For PW things, we got 204, which probably most of us have taken, but I know for some of us, those 204s get locked out pretty quickly and you haven't had a chance to take it. We do offer sections of those in the summer. A handful of them, right? A lot of them are online. Yes, we've got 5 online ones, so even if you're traveling, we should be able to take care of you. And if you do get into weird problems like that, you can't get into 204, that one's always been a little bit of a wrinkle because we get a lot of folks from outside of the major, outside of the program in that course. And usually if they're upperclassmen, they enroll earlier than you. So they get those spots. But we now have started capping those so that essentially they can only fill up so far, and then we can manually insert the people who are in our major. So if you run into a weird issue like that, you're locked out of 204 or something, just let your advisors know, and usually we can figure something out. It's better usually to do that than to just kind of suffer in silence and hope you get it the next time. Usually we can figure something out. So we've got 204 in the summer. We've got, looks like 303, which is always one. Those of you who've done the survey, we know 303 is an issue. We do have summer 303s. Yeah. And we're not doing more 303s, right? It's just the CR thing is being added to more stuff. But, yeah. But you will have more flexibility. Well, no, it's another new curriculum. Be aware of when 303 is being offered. I know that one is really popular, and it is one that if students are routinely not able to get in because it's full, we can occasionally add sections. Which brings up a good point. If you're in that situation, do let your advisor know, who will let me know, because we do try and tabulate, oh, okay, this many people couldn't get in. We need more sections of that either now or in the future. 303, 306, 312, 316. Yeah, that's what works. 316?
Yeah, we've never offered that this summer.
Yeah, who's doing that? Oh, Jennifer.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so summer is up there. We do also know what we're doing for spring, of course. And I did want a couple of the faculty to maybe address some of the themed courses. You have to do your 496, your senior seminar at some point. We do one of those every semester, and they're themed. So a lot of times people kind of decide this is, the time I want to take it or not. You do not have to be a senior. It doesn't have to be your last course or anything like that. So you want to balance sort of the needs of your schedule versus, oh, that's a 496 that I'm really interested in. Anirban, you're doing 496 in the spring. Can you maybe tell us a little bit about that?
Okay, how many of you are planning to take 496 for spring?
Maybe.
So basically, the course, as Dr. Troll mentioned, it's a themed course where you'll be studying global cultures, but all at the same time, it's a funded course. It's a funded course from ETIL. It's a Green Initiative funded course. It's the first time they are starting this funding. So we will be studying global cultures, especially the river cultures in some parts of the world. And then you will be connecting that resource to study and examine the Cape Fear River here and see how cultures help in preserving the natural ecosystem and the rivers. We will be working with local ISC students. There are a lot of fun stuff going here in this particular course. You will be able to go and do some, quiz with those kids, give some swag, some good prizes and stuff like that. You'll be also working in some nonprofit area, and it's a very hands-on applied learning class. You'll be working with them, and there'll be a fundraising opportunity for you as well. And there are some prizes in that class for fundraising. So it's a very the fundraising includes like Kindle, gift cards from Barnes and Nobles, those sort of stuff. So it's a very learning, a lot of global emphasis. And you will be learning a lot of stuff from cultural studies, environmental ethics, environmental studies, and so on and so forth. So it'll be interesting to us.
Yeah, so, everyone takes 496. Yeah, I'll fix this. So that sounds like a really interesting one. It's doing some different things. So if that appeals to you, plenty of slots for it. That's in the spring. What's up, Tony? Oh, question. Yeah, of course.
What are some examples that they've done in the past for the senior seminar?
Let's see. What are who's doing it right now?
Bushman's doing rhetoric,
Rhetoric.
or
Yeah,
writing and ethics.
Yeah, he does ethics. too.
Writing and ethics.
Mhm.
That's it.
I did one year before last on social media.
I've done one on online data analysis and search visualization of search results, visualization of big data, with a little social media thrown in.
And I've done another one before in globalization, agricultural communication, social justice. So we looked at a lot of theories of social justice, agricultural communication, global studies as well.
And I've also done sexualities, technologies, and gender.
The one I do is the video game senior seminar. It's a few years ago. Have you guys done?
I also did one on the various fields of rhetoric and composition.
Yeah, and those we tend not to really know very far in advance, right? Because we're not certain who's teaching it. So yeah. So there are a lot of interesting opportunities in 496. Lance. Lance is our internship coordinator. There are a couple of things about the internship. If you are thinking about that, it's a great idea. Do it. In fact, kind of building off that, who in here is doing the certificate? A couple of us. If you're one of our majors, there's almost no reason you shouldn't do the certificate. You can add the certificate, and you just have to do one extra course, which is internship, the 498, and then you will receive both your BA and the certificate, which is a separate credential. There's almost no reason why you wouldn't do it, right? Yeah. The certificate, it's in part, it's for people from outside of the major to pick up this separate credential, but it's the same courses. So if you are our major, you can pick up the extra credential basically by taking one additional course. And so Lance, you were going to tell us about some of the things that you're offering, right?
Yeah, so the other reason to take an internship for credit, I mean, you can go out and do internships however you want, but to get to do the reason to get it for credit is to have kind of the UNCW professional writing backing to it. Internships are actually becoming even more popular of a thing to do for students and for companies and businesses, but it's also kind of a wild west. So, if an employer sees an internship on your CV or resume, how they know you actually did writing-related work, not coffee or clean toilets or whatever. So that's one reason to go through the program. Basically, you're supervised by somebody at the agency. You also meet with me every month, and in order to, it functions as a class, so you get 3 credit hours, and that also fits into your writing, other writing classes slots if you need to fill that slot. And basically, you need to do 126 hours of writing-related work at the internship, which it's around 8 to 10 hours a week. And then you log your activities. You do a small journal of reflections. You keep some of the artifacts that you're creating. some of the writings and the texts. And at the end of the semester, you put together a portfolio that hopefully you can use also for the job market or self-promotion in some way. And that's how you pass the class. You do the portfolio. We have a wide variety of opportunities, and you're also welcome to find your own opportunities, and then we can connect to those internships and make sure you get credit for it. I also have a list of things from everything from, we have like Star News, magazines, we have kind of communications managers, like at nonprofits. I know that Bellamy's been mentioned, been a popular one. Wilmington Children's Museum, that one it has some grant writing too. But like posting to social media, writing blogs, doing websites, that's a pretty wide variety, and we usually can find something that really fits your interests and the kind of things that you want to do with your professional writing degree. It's also a good opportunity to try some things. A lot of people, they think of journalism right away when they think of jobs with English degree, but there's actually a whole slew of things out there that you can do, so you can always try some things. I also have law internships. Had a couple of students actually go on to law school, public relations. So yeah, and if you're interested, there on the website there is an online app. You can also contact me. I am in the process of setting up internships. Basically, I just meet with you, and we try to match you up with an internship, or you let me know if you have an internship somewhere, and you meet with that person, figure out if the schedule works for you, figure out if that's the kind of work you want to do, and eventually we just put in the paperwork, and then you're registered for the course. You do not have, if you're interested in an internship, you do not have to register for it yourself through the computer. We do that with special paperwork. It takes a very long time through UNCW.
And internships can result, like our English Studies Day on November 10th, we're having a panel of former professional writing students, alumni of this program. And one of them is Brianna Wright, who did an internship with the Children's Museum and is now their grant writer. So she got a job directly from her internship. And a number of our other students have also gotten jobs related directly from their internship or with the organization that they did their internship with. I had a student intern with the Sheriff's Department. They really, really wanted to hire her. They didn't have, they couldn't offer enough to actually keep her, but they did really want to hire her. So there are a lot of opportunities to translate this into employment. So you can think about it that way as well.
Yeah, that's our English Studies Day, Thursday, November the 10th. This professional writing alumni panel at 3:30 is a fantastic resource for our majors. I guess just one other course I'd like to shill for my own online 292. This will not do much for your degree advancement. It'll basically be hours, but if you're interested, it's an online course about binge media. So there isn't a textbook, but you do need a Netflix subscription. The critical material we'll be reading, I'll provide through PDFs and that kind of thing. So that's a 292 course, which is a themed, it's a pilot course because, obviously this isn't a real course yet. But we'll see. Okay. What is the course?
What is it about? Yeah.
The first third or so, the pattern is kind of set week to week. We watch primary material. The first third